I use Ableton.
The software that I use in order to create all of this is Logic Pro, which is available only on Apple. Just in my backyard, kind of walking around, but I wanted to bring this to you. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm RoySFord, filmmaker, actor, musician, and today's topic is going to help you out if you are a musician. I actually got an interview and talked with my good friend Con the Baptist, which he's a producer, DJ on the side, and I produce a lot of audio on a daily basis. As you've seen on my channel, I'm a voice actor. I actually do a lot of voice acting auditions throughout the week. The software that I use in order to create all of this is Logic Pro, which is available only on Apple. But is Ableton, another piece of software, just as good? In Logic Pro, I actually use a lot of plugins in order to get the audio right for my voiceover auditions. Thanks to Lenny B, I actually had a video that I shot with him. He did all of the engineering for me, all of the producing for me, in order to get the sound that I like. As one of the premier digital audio workstations, DAWs, Ableton as well as Logic Pro can accomplish a lot of different things. In Logic Pro, I can also use it for music. As you can see here, I have all these different plugins, and I can record on it. But first, let's take it to Con the Baptist and see what he says.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, dude, what's going on? Everyone's always talking about musicians. Matter of fact, you got a show coming up in a few days?
Yeah, it's in Denton, Texas at All Sons Coffee, I believe is what it's called.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Elijah Heaps is headlining. He is an artist that grew up in Denton and now is a big-time touring artist, so he's coming back for that show. It's going to be a good time.
Last question is, what software do you use to create the most? I know there's a ton of them out there.
There are a lot. I use Ableton. But I think there's this big, I think like the whole, Apple versus PC thing. I think that even happens within DAWs. I think some people are like, Fruity Loops is the best. Some people say Ableton's the best. Some people say Pro Tools is the best. And I think they all have their strengths. If you want to get started, I highly recommend Pro Tools because it's the most affordable. And it does a lot. I mean, a lot of big time top 100 producers, that's what they use is Fruity Loops. Some of my favorite people use Fruity Loops. And that's kind of how I got into it. Was a quick rundown on Fruity Loops, but the guy who kind of taught me how to use DAWs used Ableton. And so that's where my preference lies, just because that's kind of what I learned on. So
yeah, so I mean, there's so many different flavors of digital audio workstations for anyone who's producing. Yeah.
Fruity Loops is a great one to get started in, and then if you really find a passion in it, want to invest, just do some research. Each has their own strengths. I use Ableton. So
nice. What's your style of music?
So this show, I'm doing a DJ set. Couldn't tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing yet because I'm still kind of figuring out the set myself. Right. I lean towards, R&B, house, soul, and kind of a blend of that. So, yeah.
So it's almost like a chocolate chip with a little chocolate syrup across the top of it. If that makes sense. Connor, thank you so much, brother. Con the Baptist playing in Denton in a few days. Go check him out. I'm going to put links to all of his stuff right below in the description so that you can go and follow him and get all the details for the show so you can party it up in North Texas. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, sir.
And there you go. Something to help you musicians, also your filmmakers who are dealing with audio, actors as well if you're doing voice acting. Also, there's a video here on how you can actually set up your closet in order to record your voiceover, your voice acting like I do. Go check it out right now.